Welcome to the Edge video. This video contains 3 sections. First is a sample sales pitch, which contains a basic overview of Edge. And in the second section, we'll give you some guidance for conducting a presentation on Edge. In the last section, we'll cover the most frequently asked questions, starting with the general questions, then the internal-only questions. First up is the sample sales pitch.
Edge is an easy-to-install, beautiful art feature that can be used as a wall finish, cloud ceiling application, or partition material. Edge can be customized to fit any space, from long corridors to a smaller space reserved for wall art. Among our standard configurations include stepped, uniform, fan, and contour. Custom designs can also be created. For example, use one of our standard designs as a starting point and modify the fin shape as you desire. With an Adobe Illustrator file, we can then make your custom fins. In addition to this, you can use the standard fin shapes and modify the sequence of fins to provide a unique and customized look. Edge is very easy to install. Simply snap the fin onto the wood railing. This wood railing is made of beechwood and is available in paint grade white or lightly stained wood. You can design custom sizes of fins as well. Edge uses 1/4 inch Varia Eco resin, so a large range of interlayer options are available, like the current marine product that uses a yarn as the design. Of course, you can use the C3 films to create any of the thousands of colors for your fins, including using an opaque white on one side of the fin and a color on the other to create an interesting user experience as you walk past the Edge solution. You can also design a color gradient. These feature walls show 5 colors, 8 fins of each color, for a wall feature that is 20 feet long by 8 feet tall. Edge as a wall feature costs $40 per square foot, so this entire solution will run just over $6,000, very comparable to feature art of similar size. You can also incorporate branding elements behind the fins or laser cut into the fins. Edge can also be installed as a cloud ceiling element or a partition system using a similar wood rail connection system and our 3-form hardware, Suspend. As a ceiling or partition solution, Edge will cost about $80 per square foot.
There are a number of materials that you should use to conduct an effective presentation on studio products. Right now we'll focus on the materials you should have to present on Edge. First, you'll need an Edge kit. This is our Barbie Dream House scaled version of the Edge wall installation. You need the C3 color chain. This will be helpful to have on hand for support. You should also have the overview fold-out brochure that shows the entire studio line. This brochure is a great giveaway to each attendee of your presentation. Finally, you should have a studio catalog, which shows all of the studio offerings. Each A&D library or firm should have at least 1 copy of this brochure. We'll now review some of the most frequently asked questions about Edge and give you the information you need to answer those questions. What is the lead time, size availability, and price point for Edge? The standard production lead time for Edge starts at 3 to 4 weeks. When it comes to sizes, Edge wall modules come 42 inches wide and 96 inches high, including 8 fins per module. Both the Edge partition and Edge ceiling modules come 31.5 inches wide and 96 inches high or long, and they include 6 fins per module. As far as pricing, Edge ranges from around $43 to $100 per square foot, depending on the system. More specifically, Edge wall starts at around $1,240 per module. Each partition starts at around $1,905 per module, and Edge ceiling starts at around $2,080 per module. Also, all of the material, fabrication, and hardware are included with each module system. How was Edge installed, and how long does it take? The length of time it takes to install Edge can vary depending on the application. Typically, an 8x8 foot install will take roughly 1 to 2 hours for 2 people to install. Since the material and hardware are already cut to size, the hardware rails and/or cable mounting hardware just need to be installed on site, and then the fins can be assembled or inserted on the hardware rails. The material specification documents contain specific details regarding the specific system to be used for each type of installation. Now let's review how each type of Edge system is installed. For Edge wall, the first step is to position the top rail. The second step is to fasten the top rail. Third, you install the first and last fins onto the second and third rails on the ground first. This will help to keep the rails and fins aligned before fastening them to the wall. For the fourth step, you fasten the entire assembled piece onto the wall. Then for the last step, you install all the remaining fins. For Edge partition, step 1 is to slide the fins on the rails. Step 2, you expand the rails to lock the fins into the slots. Step 3, you position and install the cable couplers and tensioners. Step 4, you suspend the Edge module. And finally, step 5, install the cable tensioners. Also, depending on the installation, you may need to connect Edge modules together as a final step. An Edge sealing installation is similar to the partition. Step 1 is to slide the fins on the rails. Step 2, expand the rails to lock the fins into the slots. Step 3, install and position the cable couplers and tensioners. Step 4, you suspend the Edge module, only this time it's suspended from the ceiling. Again, as a final step, you may need to connect Edge modules together. What is the wood fastening rail made of? As explained in the Edge sales pitch, the wood fastening rail is made of beech, and it's available in 2 finishes, a light wood stain or a paint grade white. The rail can then be painted in the field to match the exact paint of the wall. How far from the wall does Edge as a wall feature protrude? This varies according to the pattern. Uniform protrudes 6 inches from the wall, while the other patterns may protrude as little as 2.5 inches from the wall and as much as 9 inches from the wall. What are the acoustic properties of Edge? Edge does not have the same strong absorptive properties as woven wall, but it does carry some acoustical value due to its texture. The texture and angles of Edge diffuse or scatter sound, decreasing reverberation time relative to a flat wall surface. Is Edge ADA compliant as a wall feature? Yes, the code found for ADA 4.4.1 General states, objects projecting from walls with their leading edges between 27 inches and 80 inches above the finished floor shall protrude no more than 4 inches into walks, halls, corridors, passageways, or aisles. Objects mounted with their leading edges at or below 27 inches above the finished floor may protrude any amount. So, essentially, as long as the bottom of the Edge solution is installed within 27 inches of the floor, Edge may protrude any amount according to ADA.